My first impression of Maygan is probably everybody's first impression of Maygan. That she is gorgeous, beautiful, pretty. Once I got to know her and started talking with her, very funny and witty. I must be the luckiest guy in the world to have snagged a girl like Maygan.
My first impression of Chase was that he was very quiet and shy. And once I got to know him, I knew that that was definitely not the case.
What I love most about Maygan is how caring and compassionate she is. I really like her sense of humor. I tend to think that I have somewhat, just a little bit of a sense of humor. So we really connect there.
He's just the nicest person. I don't think anybody meets Chase and doesn't come away from the conversation thinking how great of a guy you are.
I attended school at Ohio State. We had a mutual friend up at Ohio State that we both knew. So Maygan was up there to visit her best friend. And that night, we just happened to be invited to the same place. So I went over there with one of my buddies and she went there with her best friend. And so that was the first time I had met her.
I think the phrase that would summarize our relationship the best is right place at the right time. I think we both are so thankful and blessed that even though we grew up in the same town, it wasn't until I was visiting one of my friends in Columbus that we even started talking and dating. So we always think, what if I didn't go to that house that you were, or what if I didn't go up that weekend? So I think we're both really thankful that we crossed paths that way. My friends and family were shocked when Chase and I first started dating because I was always the notorious single one. So everyone was shocked when we first started dating.
The story of our first kiss basically involves me playing guitar and her being an active listener. If I played her a song, I would in return get a kiss. So long story short, I played a pretty mediocre song and I got a really good first kiss.
Basically set me in a trap because he said, what song do you want to play? Or do you want me to play? And when I told him, he said, well, I'll play it, but you have to give me a kiss first. I wanted to, I just didn't have a choice at that particular moment. I knew I first loved Chase when I started to do all the things that I would make fun of my sisters and my friends for doing when they had boyfriends, like calling every 10 minutes and saying, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, they're probably doing the same thing they were doing 10 minutes ago when you asked them. So when I started wanting to talk to him all the time and telling him every single detail of my day and wanting to hear what he did, that's when I knew that I loved him. Because I'm like, I don't think I've ever wanted to do this with anyone else before.
I actually had a really hard time thinking of how I was going to propose to Maygan. We went to a nice restaurant in Westchester called Jags. My mom had asked Maygan if she wanted to go to dinner for mine and my dad's birthday. But little did she know, when we walked into the restaurant, the hostess walked us back to a private room. And when she opened the door, there was just, a single table with 2 chairs and candlelight and
champagne, roses,
a few rose petals on the floor. I had them set it up a little bit. She, at that point, and this is what I was hoping, she kind of knew what was going on. So we sat down and we, I can't remember what I said because I was so nervous. But I soon, got down on one knee and proposed. So after I proposed, I then cued the waiter to open the doors, and then both of our families came in and friends, and we all had a nice dinner.
I didn't have dinner. I was too busy staring at my hand. He left out the part that I had the worst day at work that day on Friday, so I was like, I don't want to go to dinner with your family tonight. I really would rather just stay home. I don't want to go anywhere. So I wasn't in the best mood on the way down there. He probably reconsidered it, actually.
I know that God plan for me and has many things planned for me. So I am, you know, forever grateful and thankful to him that now all those things that he has planned for me, you know, I can now share those with Maygan.
Never before I met Chase could have imagined ever loving someone so much in a way that wasn't my family or friends, and I just could have never imagined finding anyone that was a more perfect fit for me.
We're really excited to celebrate with our friends and family, us getting married. Everyone has been super supportive of us along the way, and it really means a lot to us to, you know, spend this time with everyone.